Greetings, Keystone team. Welcome to the December update video. This month, we're going to begin to highlight specific programs or services that Keystone offers to the school districts within our footprint. The good news is this gives us a great opportunity to tell our story, but our story is so broad and complex, it's going to take us a long time to get to all of those stories. So if you have a great story, we're going to be highlighting that at some point. But we're only going to do one per month so that it's digestible for everybody who views our videos. Today, we're going to start with our crisis response team. So here's their story.
So our crisis response team at Keystone AEA is a group of 16 individuals that dedicate a lot of time and passion into responding to a crisis. It could be a crisis at the school level from a student passing away. It could be a crisis of an adult in the building that passes away. We are a reactive team that supports our districts when they are most vulnerable and most emotional and need the support the most to partner with. When a school personnel, which is typically the superintendent, reaches out to either a core team member in their building, an instructional services member, or myself or a lead for that region, we gather our team up right away and we keep it incredibly confidential, and we just notify the team to be on standby so we can start working through the process with them.
If a district, once they know what's happened, if they can bring us in to assist them as soon as possible, then we can help them with maybe some of the difficult things they're trying to plan because they are emotional, because it's just happened. It's a lot easier for us to help in those early pieces and maybe help them with some decisions that they're making while being so emotional. We can assist with some of the best research-based, guidance that we can at that time.
Some of our best partnerships, when I think back to the ones that I've been involved in, really have been when we've been informed right away. We've been able to come in and be there from the beginning, which helps us not have to backtrack and find some information or backtrack on maybe some things that we would have recommended be done differently. But it is really helpful when we're there from the beginning.
When you're in those situations and you are leaning on an expert, you are leaning on a group of people that are trained, we'll have our team meet with their team, and then we'll have our set of counselors and their set of counselors, and we make sure that everyone that needs counseling, we make it available to our students and our community the very next day. And Keystone has just been tremendous at really dropping everything and being right where they need to be in the moment.
A team approach, never hurts to hear other ideas and trust the people that maybe have the research. That's the part of having that team. We can all put our heads together, and so I strongly encourage district leaders, especially, and I think counselors need to be involved in this type of stuff.
It's always nice to have that second opinion. It's always nice to be part of a team, because the more heads there is in the game, then we're doing the right things, because we might think of something that somebody else might not think about. And so it's helpful to have other people's ideas and opinions and to help us drive us in the direction we need to go.
I think some of the things that our team brings to the table is, we want to be a partner with the district. We really want to know what they need from us. They have extensive training, and we continually do ongoing training.
We've been trained in so many different approaches too, that I think, at least for myself, when something happens, I almost flip into here's my mental checklist, and these are the things that I need to do. And the thought is focused on the district needs our support, and here's how we're going to support them.
All of our resources are on our website. We have kits that we all have that we bring to any type of crisis.
We have a checklist of resources that we have available that our team has created that walks us through when a death happens. Here are some of the things we might want to be thinking about that we can ask our districts about or bring up in that planning component. And then we also have those top resources that we really like to use or really like to recommend, so that they're all available at our fingertips. And when we're working with the school, we'll share a copy of that checklist with them so that they have it as well. So when we leave, those resources don't leave with us, they stay with the district.
We have a very robust media department, and so any kit that we've ever asked for to be ordered, or any books on grief, on trauma, we've been able to purchase. We have a lot of resources that we can use from preschool all the way up. I think the thing that our team also brings to the table is that we understand what's developmentally appropriate for grieving at different ages, and so it's going to look different for a preschool classroom if one of their peers died versus somebody who's in second grade. It's going to look different developmentally how they're going to handle that. So some of the resources and books that we have and the knowledge that our team has helps make those connections more seamless.
We also have forms for staff members to help themselves, self-care after the incident is over, to check on each other, check on your colleagues, not just a day into if needed to go in and talk to any staff members or any other kids that are down the road that some issues might come up. I think it's really important to always remember that everybody handles grief differently. It manifests differently in every single person, even though they've gone through the same crisis, and we just need to keep that in the front of our mind.
We have to continually tell people to take care of themselves, and they have to know what the grief cycle looks like, because I always say grief rears an ugly head, and if we're not aware of what cycle people are in, sometimes it's easy to take stuff personal, and oftentimes comments that are made are not intended to be personal. Resources that would be really important would be knowing your own emotions, knowing when you feel irritated and agitated. What are your positive outlets that you can do when you've had enough? When do you need to take a break? It's really about being in touch with your emotions and your feelings. And I think the other thing is knowing, when do I need to call a suicide hotline number? When do I need to seek counseling? There are lots of opportunities to have counseling throughout our state. And so what does that look like, and where are those resources at that our staff members, our students, and even our loved family members who are struggling maybe with us, what resources they need to better support us when they're in the household?
Once we've responded to a district, they know that we're always there for them afterwards.
We have such an amazing team. We are so fortunate. I mean, we are so fortunate to have the team members that we have that have been on the team for a long time and that are willing to continually put the nights and weekends and hours in that it takes to be able to support a school when a traumatic event takes place. I mean, I honestly can't say that enough.
Wow, what important work. Thank you to the crisis response team. The work that you do is immeasurable for the students and the adults that you work with at their time of need. So thank you for that. It's just one of many great stories of services we provide here at the AEA. Can't wait to bring more of those videos to you. But for now, it's December. It's almost the holiday break. I want to personally thank you for my first 6 months, all the things that I've learned, all the things you've taught and shared with me. So have a great break. Do whatever you do to refresh, rejuvenate, enjoy, and we'll see you in January.